The first thing we're going to do is add 1.25 milliliters of methanol into our reaction tube that is currently sitting in an ice bath. Next, we are going to add 0.33 milliliters of 2-methylcyclohexanone into our reaction tube. And finally, we will be adding 0.05 grams of sodium borohydride in 3 small portions. So here is the first addition, and you should immediately see the solution bubbling as soon as you add the sodium borohydride. So after we have added all of our sodium borohydride, we can see that the solution is bubbling quite vigorously. The reaction tube was allowed to sit in the ice bath for about 30 minutes, and then we brought it out of the ice bath and allowed to react for 10 more minutes at room temperature. So after 10 minutes, we are going to reduce the volume of our methanol by half. We are currently at 2 milliliters, so we will boil off until we reach a volume of 1 milliliter. We are now going to add 1.25 milliliters of 3 molar sodium hydroxide solution, which is going to decompose our borate ester. As we can see, this resulted in 2 layers forming. After adding the 1 milliliter of water, we are going to mix the layers and transfer the aqueous layer into tube B. After transferring the aqueous layer into tube B, we are then going to extract that with 0.5 milliliter of dichloromethane 2 times. So this is our first extraction. We are now going to transfer the bottom organic layer back into tube A. Remember that DCM has a higher density than water, which explains the reason why we observe the organic layer at the bottom. We are now going to extract the aqueous layer in tube B one more time with 0.5 milliliter of DCM. So mix well and again transfer the bottom organic layer back into tube A. We are now going to add 1 milliliter of water into our reaction tube A, mix well, and remove the aqueous layer. We are then going to add another ml of water into reaction tube A, mix well, and remove the aqueous layer. For our final wash, we are going to add 1 milliliter of brine into tube A, mix well, and remove the organic layer into tube C. So here we are removing the top aqueous layer first so that we can more easily remove the bottom organic layer. After transferring the organic layer into tube C, we're then going to add magnesium sulfate to dry the organic layer. After 10 minutes, we are going to transfer the dried organic layer into tube D. Finally, we are going to boil off the DCM in a warm water bath until around 0.3 milliliter of the solution remains.